Hello, guys. Shatteredciv here at the helm. How is everyone doing? I am not doing too bad today myself. Got a little bit of better news. I did have kind of a really good prospect when it came to a job, and a job that I really, really want, right? So what happens, guys, is I end up sending a message because it's been a week since I talked to the guy, right? I just want to go fucking kind of suss out, see what's up, follow up like you're supposed to do with a proper job interview. And anyways, I get this curt response. The guy's like, no, he's like, because I just said, listen, hi, I was just wondering if actually filled the job position. And, if you have, that's great, wonderful. Just keep you in mind if the candidate doesn't work out. Well, I get this rather terse response of, no, not yet. I'm busy running a very busy company. I'm like, all right, okay. I said, just checking, my friend. I understand. I hope everything's going good for you. It's just like, I just basically said that I've got a couple irons in the fire and I have a job offer, and I'm just like, I'm not sure if I really want to take it because I don't. It's a taxi driver position, guys. Like, I'm not fucking doing that, and I don't want to be around other people. Especially with them right sitting behind my back, man. Like, I'm a paranoid mother enough fucker as it is. So I'm not really 100% sure if I want to be doing the taxi driving. Trust me, I'd much rather drive up to Owen Sound for this business here. That sounds like a fucking way better idea. And also, guys, to be honest, I checked out the reviews of the place. You should always do. If you're ever looking for a job, go hit Google Maps and fucking type in their name. And then just read what the customers say, because that's what you're going to be dealing with, those types of customers. Well, needless to say, guys, I have not seen really. I've seen low scores and I've seen high scores, but I've never really seen one right in the fucking middle, man. This is like 2.5 out of 5, right? And I'm like, and that's 65 people fucking voting for that. And let's face it, the town where I'm going, what is it? Ilderton, no, Ingersoll. Is a small town. It's maybe, I think, got 20, 30,000 people. And here I am, I'm going to jump, have people jumping in the taxi cab already that have a bias going, oh, I heard this company fucking sucks and blah, blah, blah. And apparently they don't drive, because I told my friend, well, listen, I'm going to be driving probably from Ingersoll to London or Ingersoll to Woodstock. Because people are working, there's factories there. They've got Cami. It's a big fucking, Cami. Is it the Chevy Automotive Industries? Something like that. I think that's what Cami stands for. But anyways, yeah, it's shuttling people back and forth. And like some guy had made this comment basically saying that, yeah, you know why they don't do out of town, drop-offs is because their cars are so fucking old. They probably break down on the highway. And I read that, and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm out. There's no way I'm. Then the cars apparently stink. They're old, and I'm like, fuck it. I would rather wait and see if I get this job here with this other company. Now I kind of sounded like, oh, whatever. But hopefully it doesn't come off that way. People always tell me I should probably fucking talk less, listen more, and you end up getting much, much better results. And it's true up to a certain point. As you can tell, guys, I like to talk. All right, where the fuck are we? We are in that hut. And looks like we've slept all day now. Yeah, we're in the hut in the back country of the woods of the map. All right, guys. No, to be more specific, we are right here. I do want to get to the house, guys, and then eventually I want to get out of this bloody neck of the woods, which means we are going to have to go. Well, there's a couple ways we could go. Yeah, there is a couple ways. I'm just thinking, guys. Sorry. Going down here, we'll have us seeing us going through Coastal Highway. I don't know if we want to do that. We may actually go back. Sorry. We may have to go back through Mystery Lake to the ravine and then to Bleak Inlet. I don't know. We'll figure it out, especially as it gets a little closer to the morning. For now, we need to just drink a little bit of water. We have an absolute ton of food. You know what? I'm going to start hammering these back as soon as we can. Now, you'll notice it does give you a little bit of hydration and obviously a lot of nutrients. But yeah, most of these food boxes or frozen dinners are basically, they do give you a little bit of hydration too. They generally come with a juice box or something. I don't know, maybe not technically, but yeah, we're getting some hydration. 1 second, guys. I'm gonna let this clock run out. I'll be right back. Hi again, guys. Yeah, sorry about that. If anyone knows anything about the way caffeine and coffee and stuff works in the human anatomy, I need to say no more. Say no more. Because as soon as that basically got into my stomach, it was like, oh, got to go to the bathroom. I know that's probably a little too much info, but anyways, yeah, that's the truth, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, what are we going to do here? We need a little bit of hydration here, and then we're going to start looking around and seeing if we can actually fix some of our clothing. I'm going to drink this absolutely terrible pop here. Don't give me a sec. God damn, that's lucky. All right, and then I think we're just going to top off the rest with water here. We do want to kind of make sure that we're not going too overboard here. As I carry like away a whole aircraft worth of few food and drink with me. Okay, now what do we need to do? Let's check out the condition of our clothing. We got to clean guns. We got to do stuff like that. Stuff that you can only do when you can generally see. Flares are good. That's the only knife we have, really? Well, it's pretty dull. No, it's not. No, it's not. We can still sharpen it, though. The 4% chance of sharpening it in 15 minutes. Okay. I just thought I heard a zombie or something, guys, and I know that's impossible. All right, we're going to start with the hatchet first. I got to be careful what buttons I'm pressing here. Oh, look at that. It looks like it is, it's a little bit of daylight coming up. Let's just sharpen that once. Yeah, I'm thinking there's zombies here. And I'm like, wait a minute, wrong game. And most of these buildings, guys, are separate individual, entities, I guess. What am I trying to say? It's like it's a private instance. Yeah, or it's an instance where you go in, you walk through a door, and it loads in a separate level. So we don't have to worry about anything coming from outside. Now, on some of the newer maps, they are actually going that route where you can actually hear the wolves outside and look outside now, and everything's dynamic, which is really, really decent. That is a broken kit. Let's see, what else can I fix up here? I think we're going to leave it for now, considering that the day is moving on. All right, I'll take that. And I'll take even more food. Oh my God, there is just so much stuff here. Like, it's just so much. Almost too much. You know what I'm saying? We need to get back. Need to get back on the main road here. I think I'm going to leave that stuff here, guys. Oh shite. Sorry, I'm hitting all the wrong buttons just because. A little game called 7 Days to Die, which, guys, I ended up spending a little bit of time with this morning. Ended up basically spending about half the day, almost the whole day, just kind of fixing up the base, getting concrete together, guys, which is really neat. Well, I think we are ready to rock and roll. There's really nothing in here. It's not exactly warm, so if you started off your game, you're probably going to die living in this little shed. It's only because I'm dressed as Nanook of the North that I'm super warm. All right, let's head on out. I probably should duck a bit. You never know what's walking around the backcountry here. And we don't know exactly what the weather looks like. Could be foggy as fuck. Could be as beautiful as this, though. Yeah, I'm liking having that rifle. I'm not liking the fact that I've only got 2 rounds. That's not nearly enough to drop anything of note. That's certainly not a moose or a bear, which is really kind of the reasons why I do want this one particular weapon. Okay, we've got an absolute ton of wood. We don't need to worry about that at the moment. Let's go to this ridge here, take a look over the side, and see exactly where the hell we are, because I am lost. Oh fuck! We got a climbing ridge up there. I'm just trying to think where that goes. It may just lead you around the backside. I don't think it doesn't take you into like Timber Valley, like Timberwolf Mountain or anything like that. All right, we cannot run, guys. We are absolutely fully laden down here. But you know what? I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about it. Just because we're not necessarily going to be running from anything like we do in 7 Days to Die, for instance. Yeah, I'm really sorry I say a lot, but you know, when you're actually dealing with live content, you know, especially if you're streaming, I do find that my attention is kind of drawn between, you know, multiple aspects. So yeah, I'm either searching the horizon. When you guys hear me take a pause, I'm searching the horizon, among other things, and also considering options. Like right now, this is absolute bear country, guys. Bear country, Canada. Why buy a bear anywhere else? That's Sleep Country, Canada, guys. And yeah, they talk about why buy a mattress anywhere else. But somehow, some way, at some point in time, I ended up kind of switching that over to bear country. But I'm liking what we see up over this rise up to a certain point. As long this weather, though. There's the barn, and over here should be the farmhouse. As you can see, guys, very unforsaken land here. You do not want to be wandering around out in the middle of the boonies. Over that way, guys, bear country guaranteed. You walk through there. There is something in there. There's a POI. I wouldn't suggest going over there personally. We are going to go right to there. There's the radio tower up on top of there. Unfortunately, we were not able to deploy a rope. We've got to get somewhere over to about right here to get out of this map, unless we backtrack. I don't really like backtracking. I do kind of want to just keep with the flow and keep hitting all these POIs so we can get as much of the best gear as possible. But this, guys, this wide open area is a absolute killer, man. It hides wolves in between all these creases here, especially as visibility drops. You're not really able to detect those kind of changes. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. This is an old road that actually kind of leads to over to the little village. There's a little village on the corner there, somewhere about there. The barn is over here. Yeah, you follow that. That'll take you right through the barn. This will also take you over to the other side of the map and possibly up into the hills. I can't remember. But yeah, there's a couple ways that you can get out of here. The escape to Timberwolf Mountain is that way, and the other direction is that way. Or I think it might take you to Ash Canyon. I don't know. It's been a while, guys. Please don't quote me on any of the directions, because yeah, I'm pretty much for the most part directionless. So what I normally don't do is when I'm coming through Pleasant Valley, I don't do what I'm doing here, man. I follow it by the book. Follow it by landmarks. The only reason why I decided to take a chance is because it's such great weather, and I can see the building directly. All right, we're not taking any kind of weird shortcuts. So once again, there is the transmitter that I just finished fixing. So we've gone quite a bit of ways around, but we've got ourselves a shit ton of food, easily enough to get us to Bleak Inlet. And that was the inlet that I was talking about in terms of what game are we going to be playing, what map, and this is kind of the plan. We're going to hit these major POIs here, and then we are, I think, going to get our way out of here. Yeah. This is the river. This is kind of like the unspoken river I was talking about that acts as kind of a de facto highway through this location. Now I'm going to head towards this stag here. Don't want to go up there. Blind rises in this game, guys, is really bad, especially in certain areas. When you come up over that ridge hill, you want to make sure that you've got it with purpose and you are knowing exactly where you're going to go. But this gives us a little bit more view of the surrounding areas, because that is a big, wide open area. Like I said, I don't want to be just walking over to there and then seeing, and then having to make our way all the way through here, because I do see wolves. I see a couple of wolves down there. I see 3 wolves at least. We got ourselves a townhouse. I just realized it is fucking bitter cold, dudes. It is feeling like -8 out. Why is that? You think that with the clothes that I'm wearing, we should be warm. 4 wolves. I see 4 wolves, and it's generally easy to spot a bear. I don't see the bear around here. That looks good. I can't believe how cold it is. What is the ambient temperature here? -35? 45. -45. Well, yeah, it's chill. It's cool, but it's not cold enough to stop me. I feel almost like, kind of like Glock 9. It's amazing how much Glock 9 knows about that game. He went into this one POI, for instance, and he's like, there's a dog in here. And I'm like, holy fuck, like, how the fuck do you know that? Sure enough, yeah, there's a dog in there, and I mean, that goes to show, man, he has got a lot of time in that game, and a lot of experience. We're just going to grab all the stuff that's out here. We're going to head in, and this is my new base in this zone. I do kind of like, it's a toss-up between here and the radio station, but for obvious reasons, this is one of the better places to be, as you can see. So we are going to have to organize stuff here. We got a big cabinet. There's multiple floors here. More matches. We got ketchup chips, guys. That apparently they're just Canadian. I don't know why the fuck they'd get us. We must have been a test market at one point in time, and then we were the only ones who were crazy enough to fucking eat the shit. I'm not a big fan. I don't know. I eat them occasionally, and I think the last time I ate them was because of this game. So that goes to show how often I eat ketchup chips. I'm more of a sour cream and onion type guy. All right, let's get some stuff sorted here. We'll figure out this place before we lose all the light. That's it. Nothing in there. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to start off with wood, I think. books, and obviously a bloody ton of matches here. I do not need all these matches. Well, I was certainly decked out with enough stuff here. You know, it's serious when you got 2 Go energy drinks on you. Yeah, we do want to check the differences between this clothing here. Sorry, guys, it's been a while. Okay, want to look at that? Oh yeah, without a doubt, guys. Yeah, except for mobility, I think that might be the only other issue here between these clothes. So I looked up this too. It's a Kochiwan. Kochiwan. That's all it is. It's Kochiwan or Koichan. It's just basically how it looks. I've never heard of that. I guess it's a native group out west, the Koichan natives. They're indicative of making this kind of wool style, I think, if I remember correctly. Don't please again, don't quote me on it. If I were like somebody like Art Bell, for instance, I would make sure I'd have all these notes in front of me before I'd start talking. That's probably what he was done. I wonder what actually he was like. He seems like a real decent guy. A little bit of a womanizer, apparently. Okay, mobility is -1 as opposed to what? -1? Like that's crazy, man. This by far is way outstrips the new thick wool sweater. All right, well let's dump that. We definitely do not want to be carrying that extra ½ kilo worth of weight. So let's boop. Oh. The food. The food. What are we going to do with the food? We've got a lot of food. And I don't know how long we're going to be actually staying here for, so I don't know if I really want to unload all this stuff right now. I mean, that's pretty important stuff. And a lot of it's starting to go orange. Yeah, let's just kind of hang on and adopt a wait and see policy. That stuff's right down to the bare minimum. You know, let's dump some of this stuff here. Like we're not going to need the rifle and stuff to wander around the household here. So, using that same philosophy, let's just jump off all the food that we have. We'll keep a couple snacks here. I'm hoping those oats last an absolute long, like super long time. And thanks for the coffee, but I wish it would stack a little bit better. Oh fuck me! I just jumped. Ah, fuck! I hate when I do that. Oh well, I just dumped everything into my. That corn was the corn that got me sick last time, wasn't it? Well, to be honest, I'm surprised I did not get sick off of that meal that I just had this morning. All right, we're good, I think. Now let us rip this place apart, starting with the kitchen, because the kitchen's going to obviously generate a lot of weight here. Anything behind there? So yeah, guys, this game kind of has elements of 7 Days to Die mixed with a kind of survival aspect that you can't find anywhere else. This, by far, guys, is one of the best survival games, none barred. Unfortunately, it's a lot of people consider this kind of a walking simulator. I, on the other hand, do not. Once again, guys, collecting all the stuff here. You're obviously not going anywhere with it. That is never going to be eaten in my lifetime, because that would probably spend the end of my life, spell the end of my lifetime eating that. That is some of the worst food that you can eat. If that goes anywhere in the yellowish orange, that means it's kind of starting to go off. And like, you know, I've got, as you can see, I've got a lot of food that looks like that here, but I can eat that generally without any type of problem. All right. I mean, I have very little worry about eating this chocolate bar, but I mean, it does happen. It absolutely does happen. But not to an experienced player. That is for sure. All right, tinder plugs, we don't need those. Carrots are always good. Charcoal's always fine, as long as we're not getting like, bucket loads of it. Bread is about 2 parts flour to 1 part water. Add equal parts salt and rising agent. A small pile about the size of a quarter. Yeast if you're lucky. Baking soda if you're not. Raw dough should be tacky but not wet after kneading. That's interesting. 2 parts flour to 1 part water, and then about baking soda and salt. That's how you're going to get like your most basic bread. But guys, that's nothing here. There is, in fact, I think if we look hard enough, and I can't remember where the location was, but I believe that there might be a recipe here actually. I can't quite recall where it was. Moldy rabbit. That's okay. As soon as we cook that up, we will be fine. Everything's fine. It's good to be back playing a little bit of the Long Dark. Yeah, so anyways, about the job, though, I'm kind of good about that. I was talking to Half-Ass Gaming, and I was like, why am I getting job offers for shit jobs that I don't really want to do? And being a taxi driver is definitely not something I want to do. But at the same time, I don't want to piss off potential employers either, going like bugging them. But I don't think I was bugging, man. It's Thursday today. I have another possibly job offer. I want to know what's going on. I want to work for you, that company. You know, I'm liking the fact that you go to Owen Sound, and that's exactly where I want to drive to. You'll be lucky if I come back, man. It would be nice if I fucking met some hot chick that was working at the beauty supply shop, and we ran off together into the woods. Wow. I want that shell, though. That is definitely something I want. How to get it, though, sometimes is takes practice. Sometimes they hit boxes. Around those items, or the collision boxes, are not well defined in this game sometimes, guys. All right, fleece mittens, those are good for extra cloth. We've got a firearm cleaning kit. We're going to clean out this room fairly quickly. We got a granola bar, and we got a can opener. Oh, look at that. We've got a maple syrup. You know, there's stuff now that they're adding so much stuff that sometimes it can pass me right by. Sometimes. Not often. Trust me, I've got an eagle eye when it comes to this game. It's pretty fun, actually. I'm going to leave the storm lantern there. I'm going to search through the rubble here. The ruins of the last fire. The remnants of the last fire. Get these wood matches. Get some more cedar and fir wood. That table's in my way. You could smash it up if you want to, guys. Oh. Wasn't that rocking chair over there at one point in time? What am I thinking of? That's even creepier that we've got chairs and shit moving around. All right, we got a sew kit here. I'm going to kind of get these books together. And let's do a little bit of a dumping off here. Starting from the top. I hate playing this game. I seem to always play it when I'm fucking hungry or getting close to being hungry, you know what I'm saying? And then next thing I know, I'm like, my stomach's rumbling when I'm like going through the inventory here, checking out all the different foods that well, I can't exactly be eating it because we don't have half of that shit in the house, but huh. More coffee. Oh, I see. I see. We have a pile of water on us. That's a little heavy. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink everything as it comes along. We should be good for a little while. It feels like 1 degree in this place too, which is nice. That would be absolutely life saving for any noob that would walk in here. We're gonna grab the scrap metal because you just never know when you're gonna need it. And yeah, we have got an abundant amount of gear here. Now you're gonna notice that even though this is kind of set to a different level, uh, we are basically playing on Voyager, which is kind of like your second highest difficulty. Yeah, I guess it's similar to the 7 Days to Die setting, which is also default. But you're going to notice that the amount of gear you get is still a ton less than what you normally find in 7 Days to Die, for instance. In fact, I think I may have a solution to my problem with 7 Days to Die, and if I'm trying to extend the amount of time that you're searching for gear, guys. All right, I definitely do not need 2 magnifying glasses. They're nice to have, though, in the background. Same with those things, guys. That's a lifesaver, depending on what type of mission you're playing, what type of quest. And I only say that because there's one mission called The Days Dying or something like that, but they're talking basically about you have to eat. The only way you can gain health is with those EpiPens. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit better already. A little more cleaned up, although where the hell is that recipe? I may be thinking of another place, and I think I actually am. I'm thinking of there's a couple places I'm thinking of for sure. Mountain Town and their Pleasant Farms or whatever it is. And there's another one that's popped into my head that it's just escaped me now. Oh well, I'm not going to worry too much about it. But I thought there was a recipe in this place. I might be wrong because the recipes are good, guys. If you go into your recipes that you've found, this camber flight porridge, like sure you have to have a pretty good cooking skill, but once you do, these are incredible meals, guys. And once you can cook these up, it's impressive. So I've got Lily's pancakes, for instance. These are specialty ingredients that you find in certain POIs. Now, I love this game, guys, because I love winter so much. I really do. It is one of my favorite seasons. Unfortunately, we haven't got a lot of snow for quite a while here in Canada. It's always just kind of shows up and then it disappears, and it never lasts long, which is unfortunate. Potato bag. I'm going to take all of those. Whetstones, the jerry can. Hopefully that's filled with gas. It doesn't feel like it. Penicillin is always good. So are ski gloves, if you didn't already own them. Weird place for cooking oil. These are good for supplies, like for food. Generally, carrots. It's kind of like a what do you call it? Like a damp storage. Like it's almost like a crisper, but yeah, I don't know. Well, that sucks ass. Now, one of the best things to do when you're in a little dark and dingy environment like this is just fire up your lantern, and you're going to see a whole bunch of shit on the ground that you never saw before. Ah, fuck me. Hit the wrong button, my friends.
Best time to fire something up, slightly smiling face.
Yeah, hey, 74, how you doing? Or Deeds, I don't know what you want me to call you. But hello, excuse-moi. I'm going to have to run upstairs and dump out some of the stuff that I have on me because I need my crowbar, first of all. And like I said, I like to kind of itemize everything all in a nice row. And having the simple tools on the workbench makes sense. Although I do, if I can find a quality toolbox, guys, I generally carry it along with me. Also, check out the tabletops here when you come to a workbench. They love to stick little small things on the top. I'm not doing too bad, thanks. I ended up...
I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I ended up contacting my employer, or a employer that I was talking to. It sounded like everything was going real good, and then I've actually got another job interview where this guy's calling up, going, "I need you in. Let's come on, bro." And I'm like, "Yeah, you almost seem a little too desperate." So I wanted to see kind of what the situation was. with the other guy that where I really want to work, and I sent him a message. He sends me a curt reply because I just said, "Hey, listen, just wondering, did you get that position filled?" And if so, that's awesome for you. But you just keep me in mind at a later date. Anyways, I get this fucking response back with a guy saying, "Oh, look at that. We don't have to go downstairs now. We'll just get even fucking heavier and walk around here for just a little bit longer." We've already done that, haven't we? Okay. Yes, he's like, "Oh, I'm busy running I'm busy running a super busy business," and I'm like, "Oh fuck." He's like, "Not yet. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you later or whatever." I think that's what he said. I think he said, so that's good. And I responded back. I said, "Listen, I don't want to be a dick, dude. I just, I just was following up, and I've got possibly another chance at another job, employment. So I wanted to kind of." All right, hang on. Well, that sucks that I'm not there. LOL. Sorry, guys. Just doing a little bit of a keeping my friends close and my enemies closer. All right, let's break into here, and that is the end of the basement. Yeah, this is definitely a game that you want to smoke and watch, man. Definitely, I love this game. This game is by far one of my favorites. Oh, another one. Oh, ragged ski boots. Okay, those are things you do not want to walk in. That is probably one of the top items on the game. It keeps you warm, guys. Don't wear them. Don't fucking wear them. You'll die. You'll lose so much mobility. As you can see, I have now turned into almost like I've got a full encumbrance stack there in 7 days to die. Thank God we're indoors. I'm just going to keep this lantern on just for a few more minutes as I kind of check all the little nooks and crannies here. Now, keep in mind, oh, there's something. Is it something? Negatory. Now, keep in mind, guys, these boxes and stuff can be broken down if you want to spend the time. This game is more real life than real life because you know what? No one's going to break that crate down. Now, in real life, I suppose we could move them, right? We can just kind of topple them down and see what's behind. In this game, there's a lot of things that you don't do because time management, right? You're too cold, so you need to find warmth. You're too hungry, now you need to stuff your face full of food. Oh no, now you're too thirsty. There's always something, guys. This game is all about the micromanagement. And once again, we are going to go through the top of the list here. We're about to fill up this cabinet. It does not take long, trust me. I'm going to take more of those antibiotics before we go, just because I don't really want to find the natural alternative out in the woods if we need it. Like if you end up getting the shits, that's the worst thing you want to do, guys.
We're starting to get the outside bands of Hurricane Francine. This is the first I've seen of this game.
Oh God, dude, hang on, you're in for a treat. Yeah, hold on, give it half an hour at the very least. It doesn't look like it's much right now, but believe me, I'm very much established in this game as I am in 7 Days to Die, and trust me, it doesn't really look like it. Although this game isn't about base building and so on and so forth. Now it's more about micromanagement of the gear. Like obviously, I'm not going to wear ski boots. I've already got myself some new ski gloves as opposed to decent ones. Now, what do you want to wear? What extra equipment do you want to carry around on you? You know, can you do that? I mean, because all this stuff costs weight, and obviously the more you weigh, the slower you're going to go, but the more calories you're going to expend. I don't know about this ragged fisherman sweater. I'm going to have to check those out side by side. Now, as you can see, I've got enough carrots here to feed a fucking army. Carrot soup. And potatoes. The potatoes are good, though. Potatoes are super, super handy. Same with the oats. The oats are good, too. I'm going to just drop off as much as this is going to fill up this container almost fully. The cabinet,
to find something up, slightly smiling face. Hey man, how you doing? I'm doing all right. We're starting to get the outside bands of Hurricane Francine. This is the first I've seen of this game.
Oh, I'm glad that popped up again. Actually, it's Yagi that I've been hearing a lot about that we're going to be actually getting the brunt of. We need another cabinet here. I don't really have another storage container. I guess it kind of bleeds over into here if I end up having too much equipment generally. That's not that often, though. I hope I do not forget anything here, though. Yeah, that jerry can is just filled with gear. We're going to drop off the replacement fuses. Although, you know, part of me, if we're going to go to Bleak Inlet, we might be better served bringing that stuff with us. Because what do we need? 3 fuses, 2 wires, 5 pieces of scrap metal, and a battery. Huh. I mean, I've got it right there, right? And there's the scrap metal, because like I said, guys, you don't want to be wandering around. Like, Bleak Inlet's fucking terrible. We do not want to be wandering around there. There's a heavy wolf presence, and not really something that I want to deal with. So we will think of that. Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to get there yet. Like, some of this stuff, if we're going to go the way that I don't really want to go, but I do it because we haven't been there, and therefore, you know, we can find better supplies. That means I would have to bring this stuff with me, and that's heavy. Okay, let's go upstairs, finish off this POI here. I'm going to take a quick look outside, just so 74, you can get a kind of an idea of it here. There we go. What a beautiful morning. Over there, that's bear country. And over there is where we want to go. That's where we were, I think, about a night ago, about 24 hours ago, we were up on top of that ridge. And then we ended up walking all the way around, ended up finding a plane crash. Those birds are not a good omen. I'm going to check this car out here quickly. Let's make ourselves armed and ready. Because we know there's wolves on the other side of that hill. But, yeah, bears love to move here, especially along this little roadway here. Doesn't look like much of a roadway, but trust me, guys, it is. Now, what do we got here? We got ourselves a battery in here. I bet you we do. That is everything we need to basically set up a transmitter. Luckily, though, at the radio tower up above, they already had all the supplies there. We did not need to find anything. Okay, it looks like we've got revolver ammo in the front seat, which is super good. I would much rather have on an MRE. Fuck me. I'd rather have rifle ammo, but it is what it is. Oh, scrolled message. A memento with a survival hint.
This time of year, finally cooling off. Same size maps as 70 TD. Seems more realistic. Cool you car.
Well, that is actually, there is something here. I think all it's telling us, it's a hint. Let's read what the hint says, and it's probably saying that they found a way out of this zone. I guarantee it. Mementos. This memento. Way up to the old dam seems open again. Better check it out soon. And yeah, so that basically just kind of shows you on the map where that is. They never used to have those mementos, guys. These things you would have to find all on your own. And trust me, it was a bloody fucking nightmare. You know what? Speaking of nightmares, I have not mapped this area. Let's get this on the map here. We've got a vehicle, and then obviously we do have the farmhouse as well, which we will also search. I don't know if do you want me to grab that battery? That battery might be a good thing to grab, just in case. It's going to make us walk real fucking slow, though. And we're unable to run. There's also that barn back there. That barn generally doesn't have anything, but again, you got to be really careful here. All the undulating ways the map kind of plays out, it hides lots of shit behind it. That's basically what I'm saying. Behind each hill and each dip in the hills, man, it can hide terrible, terrible things. Generally, your biggest opponent here is going to be wolves, but there's also moose, cougar, bears. Of course, bears are by far the alpha predator. Probably, arguably, against a cougar. They're probably equal. I've not actually met a cougar quite yet. In fact, I've turned it off for this playthrough just because I had already started this playthrough, and that's when they introduce us. Oh, no. No, I already started this playthrough, and that's when they introduced the cougar. So I didn't want to do it mid playthrough. Besides, what I'm doing right now, guys, is super, super hard. I do not want any. It's going to be hard enough doing what I'm doing without making it even harder. Now, this is one of the games I will kind of push up to the max. Yeah, I don't think I really want to carry that extra piece of clothing. I'm okay with the Cochuan sweater and a decent fisherman sweater. We're going to drop everything else off there. That will lighten the load up just a tad, making sure I'm not dropping off important stuff, guys. Clothes is the last thing you want to be losing. That MRE is a good find, but they're heavy. Very, very, very heavy. Yeah, I tell you, those 3 fuses and the 2 wires might be really worthwhile carrying, although that's going to be almost a kilo, guys. That's going to be 650 grams. That's, eh. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's do the top floor. And then what time of day we got? Yeah, it looks like the sun's going to go down. We're going to have a little bit of a snooze. We will leave nice and early in the morning. Yeah, it's a little more realistic, but you've also got you swap out with the graphics, right? Some people like this kind of stylized style. I love it. It does not detract from the game for me in one bit. In fact, there's certain areas that do look incredibly realistic, depending on where you're standing. A lot of it reminds me of kind of like Eastern Georgian Bay. I think I was actually talking about that the other day. One of my favorite places to be in my neck of the woods. Again, I'm just grabbing socks and stuff just to kind of coalesce it here. We don't need this garbage. Now, thank God we don't have to worry about anything wandering around the corner. I've always said I would love to see a little bit of a zombie mod in this game. Now, they do have a Dark Stalker. If you got the balls to play it. Now, I do have the trophy. I have finished it. What is with the revolver ammo and no rifle ammo? I need rifle ammo before we go to Bleak Inlet. Now, always keep in mind, guys, that there's always a hope of finding stuff.
The outside part looked better than 72D.
Yeah, it's nice for when you can see it. You'll see it in a second here. We're gonna have a little bit of a snooze, but then we'll head out in the morning. There's a couple other POIs I want to head to. Urban Parka. My God, I wouldn't wear that even if fucking I was freezing to death in the long dark. We're just gonna leave that right there, man. One of those poofy jackets. I don't fucking think so. And we got ourselves some work boots, and of course you can go through all the Easter eggs here. And guys, we are playing on the kind of, is it the default level? I would like to say it's the default level. It's called Voyager. Basically what happens is that the wolves and the bears and all the fun stuff kind of keep you at bay, but if you get too close, they will come. If they're hungry enough, they'll come towards you. If you've got enough junk food on you, they'll come to you. Basically, rotten meat and stuff that you've got in your backpack will kind of summon up the zombies. Now, what I'm doing, I'm just looking underneath the stuff. We're gonna grab that just so I can, like, once again, put it into a cabinet. I love to do it, guys, because you know what? If we do it now, we don't need to do this later. Next time we come here, if you can ever find your way back, if you ever come back, game is always permadeath. There's no other way about it. You can't hack the system, although they do have introduced something now called, I don't know. I forgot what it's fucking called. It's called the regrets. That's what it's called. If you end up dying, you've got a couple other chances where you can kind of keep playing. And as long as you do that, it's going to give you a big debuff. So you don't want those debuffs. You want to fucking avoid those debuffs.
This is the first I've seen of this game. You like it?
All right, now into the bathroom. What do we got? Two more rooms here.
Same size maps as 70 TD.
Oh yeah, about that. Yeah, the maps. They say that this game is actually bigger than. What is the name of the game? Skyrim. Now I'm gonna. That's weird, man. You normally don't find antiseptic sitting there. That's good. The Zap energy bars, guys. That is probably one of the best finds you'll find in the game. There's towels. We're not going to bother with that. Again, you can take the water out of the toilet, out of the back of the toilet tank. But yeah, there's hubs. So we are in a mapped area. So you can kind of look around. Like once we go, oh shit, another one. Holy man, those are good sweaters to be finding. But again, like I said, I'm not going to be wearing any more of them. I'm going to rip down one of these curtains before it gets too late here. Okay, that is that POI ripped apart. We're going to get rid of all the heavy gear. We're going to figure out what we're going to take with us. And then in the morning, we are going to head out. Hopefully, there is not some big, gigantic blizzard. But even if there is in this zone, guys, I can find my way around, believe it or not. Your mileage may vary, on the other hand. That I definitely do not need. The antiseptic is good only in very, very limited situations. Look at all the sweaters, man. You know what? I'm going to drop that one in lieu of that because that's even in better condition. I found so many of those sweaters that I can basically just pick and choose. Now, again, guys, you're going to have to worry about how much weight you're carrying because that will have a direct impact on how much energy expenditure you're using, how many calories, how much water. Standing too close to a hot forge will get you kind of, thirsty. Absolutely a brilliant game. It's definitely one of my favorites when it comes to survival. Look at all the rounds. We've got an absolute shit ton of revolver rounds. All right. I don't think we're going to go any lighter than that. And in fact, we'll probably be just a little bit heavier. Let's head upstairs. Oh, I wish I knew where that recipe was. I thought it was in here somewhere, but it's got to be the other farmhouse I'm thinking of. It's got to be. Which means the next time we're in Mystery Lake, I'm definitely going to have to go to that one farmstead, which I never did last time. I'll be honest. I think we just kind of hit the main POIs. In fact, I think we can actually check. Oh, Mountain Town. Sorry, it was Mountain Town. Yeah, it's right over here. That's where I need to go. That's where that other recipe is. Damn, I should have grabbed it. All right, are we're doing okay here for stuff? Need to eat, of course. I'm going to start with the MRE because it's big, and they're half a kilo, guys. I just definitely do not want to be wandering around with that. I almost ate it all. And we're going to drink some water back here as well. And as you can see, guys, it does kind of make an impact on the... You don't have to go pure poop in this game, right? So basically what's happening is that you're just basically transferring the water up, subtracting it from the backpack total in the top left. And then as you kind of burn through the water, that is kind of considered your waste product, I suppose, in a limited sense. Now, we want this other sweater on. You do not want to be carrying around... that's the clothing and stuff, guys. It weighs heavy. It weighs heavy. You notice also that there is no electricity of any sort. That is absolutely deliberate. That is by design. The lights do come on, but only at certain times. And that is what we are actually hunting for and waiting for. But we've already done what we needed to do in this zone. We found it, and we are ready to move on. That's why I'm kind of just ready to push fairly quick here. May even skip the farmhouse. We may go just directly to the little village there on the corner. You know, I can't remember what its name is. That's how big these maps are, though, 74. The maps are big enough that by the time you end up revisiting them in the future on another playthrough, yeah, good luck. Good luck fucking remembering what you did. Trust me, it can get brutal, this game. I make it look easy, though. I've got many, many hours in this game. About 1,700 to be exact. And as you can see, we are losing the light. You can't really do a lot in the light. I think I am going to grab these before we go. No, obviously not the battery. We'll worry about that once we get to the other area of the world that we need to go through. And then also I'm thinking maybe that scrap metal, but I don't know, man. That's a lot of extraneous weight that I really don't want to be carrying around. Let's get to bed here before we're not able to see. Now, I do have a lantern, but... Waste not and want not, guys. Let's just kind of creep into this room here, feel around for a bed. Or not. Is there even a bed in here? I don't know. There's curtains. There's a chair. Don't want to sleep in a chair. All right, around the corner here, I think, what is this? Is this about? I don't fucking know where I'm going anymore. Thank God you can't fall down into pets. All right. Yeah, I knew where I was on the... Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, let's lay down. Put our heads down for the evening. It is probably roughly just about 8 o'clock at night. We do not need to eat. Let us sleep and be merry.
Best time to fire something up, slightly smiling face. We're starting to get the
this playthrough, we're getting up to quite a bit here, my friend. And as you can see now, we do have an aurora. This is what I was kind of saying about how the lights aren't really working, except they are at times. And in fact, what we can do is go down here and we can turn on the radio to actually hear it playing. And we'll go take a look outside. And you know what's funny here? I'm gonna drink this pop. I'm gonna drink even more pop. And we're gonna go creep outside. Yeah, it's eerie. Now, what's good about having the aurora is you are able to see POIs such as, towers. You may not see that tower in the middle of the day, but at night, during the aurora, it is much, much easier to see POIs like that. Now, I'm just going to step out just briefly. We're going to see if we can see something here. Now, we do have a device. which is why exactly we're out here right now. On this playthrough, I'm not sure exactly how many hours. We have found what we needed to find here using this device here on this map, and it was way over there in those by those mountains. So here you can kind of see what the border of the world looks like now. There's a huge area behind there that you can go in. But trust me, guys, it doesn't really matter that the areas aren't connected. And they do have kind of an explanation for why that is. You know, there's such things as things are kind of broken down. Roads are kind of caved in and stuff like that. So you kind of have to work around their weird canon of the game. But what time of the day is it? You know, we could actually head out now. Super, super dangerous. But let's, at the very least, let's get ourselves kind of organized here, and then I think we're going to head out. First thing first, I'm going to get my rifle. I'm not leaving my rifle behind, even though I've only got 2 rounds. I'm also taking the road flares. I'm also, guys, I think I'm going to take all the food here. I'm not liking the sound of that wind. That is not good at all. Look at all the food. I really don't want to leave all that behind, but I mean, we gotta walk, you know what I mean? Fuck. So much food. What is going on here, man? That weather sounds like it has to still be a clear sky or there would not be an aurora. But it's windy. It doesn't seem like it because we're actually protected from the wind. That's what that little symbol was. Oh shit! Everything's turned off now. Great. All right, Aurora is over, my friends. Now I just need to be able to see. Was there anything else in here? I don't think so. I'm doing this rather quick, guys. Probably a book. Probably let's grab a book. I don't think I'm going to grab all 4 books. We're going to grab the firewood and, of course, the coal. I'm going to take that energy drink. That stuff can stay. I'm going to leave the food here as much as I don't really want to leave it behind, but we can't afford to take it, guys. It's just it's too much weight. Because we've still got this shit here that I need. And I'm going to grab the 3 fuses. That, and I'm going to grab a couple pieces of metal. And then we're almost up to 50 kilos, guys, worth of weight. Like, that's a lot of weight. We can't even run. That's how much weight we've got. All right, let's bounce.